Recently, I asked you guys a couple of questions on Instagram about what you wanted me to cover on these videos, and I got a lot of questions. So today it's time to do something I've never done before, a Instagram trading Q&A. Let's get started. What's up, traders? Welcome back to Bangkok once again. Hope you're doing fine. Hope you're doing awesome with the COVID-19 close to, I guess, finishing. It's been a long time. So today I want to answer some questions that I got on Instagram. I've got a lot. I'll kind of read them one by one if you want. Answer those and give you some advice on these questions. If you have any more questions for the future, make sure you comment below with them. Make sure you are posting them in the comment section. And follow me on Instagram if that's not done yet. The handle will be here, of course, on the screen. Also linked below in the description, so you can check that out. First question here is, do you think that we need fundamentals if we are executing purely of technical reasons? The question, if I can rephrase, is do you think we need fundamentals in trading or only technical is fine? And my answer is I believe that things are all shown on the chart, and that if there's something important in the market you have to know, or like a big fundamental news or a big event or something of the sort, it will be shown on the chart. And people are not really trading the event, they are trading more what they anticipate will happen. Like, when did you start to panic because there was news and something crazy happened? Like, usually you panic before that. You panic before things are getting bad. And that's where you're gonna sell or buy or do whatever you want to do in the market. That's before, in anticipation for the fact that things could go wrong or things could go in a certain way. So that will be shown on the charts way before a news event or a news release. You can have a look at charts from before Brexit or charts that are before the US election, and you see a lot of panic happens before, not at the election. So you'll be able to, with that, I think, make your decision only based on technicals if you want, or just fundamentals if you want. It all depends on your preference and who as a trader you are. Like, are you more a fundamental person? You like to do research, you like to read news, you like to read figures about different countries and find out what happens and all that stuff? Or are you someone who prefers to just be looking at the chart, and are you more like a visual person where the chart for you is better and easier to analyze and make decisions on? So it all depends on who you are, what you prefer, and then you just go with that. You could combine both if you want. I know plenty of traders who are only fundamental, only technical, or combining both. And there's no wrong or right way to do it, just the way that fits for you and for your style. I'm a purely technical trader. That's what I prefer. That's what works for me. And I just stick to that for many years now. So you pick what you prefer. Second question here, how you develop the patience to sit and wait for the trade setup to come? In other words, how do you wait for your trade setup to happen in the market? Well, it's pretty simple. Is you don't wait for your trade setup to happen on the chart. You don't like sit there and look at the chart and wait. Some people do that, like they are maybe more day traders. In my case, because I'm a swing trader, I'm basically never at the chart. I do my quick reviews every few hours. So I might like wake up in the morning, look at the chart at 9 a.m. or before that or whatever, and I see if there's any setup happening in the market. I might take it. Then I'll look for basically candle closes throughout the day. So probably I'll look in the morning a bit more, maybe every 2 hours or so. Let's say it's going to be like 9, 11, then 1 p.m. And then I'll be able to see the candle close at 1 p.m. Then I'll look again maybe in the afternoon at 2 hours after if I want, or just the next candle close on the 4-hour chart, which is at 5 p.m. And I'll just do that throughout the day. So I never wait there, I do other things. And part of being a trader is that you should be able to kind of go out, do some things, and just enjoy your life, not be there at the chart waiting for sit-ups. I think it's the wrong way to trade. In all cases, whether you day trade or swing trade, though, you can always use alerts to alert you whenever there's a trade setup happening. So you should be able to find a way to either code an indicator for TradingView or find a way to have a specific setup or zone where you know you might be taking a trade, and then just put alerts on those. So for example, I have on TradingView a setup that every time alerts me when I have a candlestick pattern and a Bollinger Band setup that fits my rule. We also have coded an algo before, which I'll link below if you want to check it out. An algo about our Bollinger Band reversal strategy, where it will even take trades for you right away if you have to take a trade. So you don't have to sit there or do anything of the sort. The algo takes the trades for you, or send you an alert if you prefer when the setup happens. You even get a screenshot of the alert on your phone, on Telegram. Then you can just go to your chart if you want. If the setup looks good, go to your chart, take the trade, or just skip it, just do something else, have your dinner, or whatever you want to do in that time. So that's totally fine. So it's not about just sitting there waiting. It's more about doing things outside of that and then showing up on the chart when you know you have to take trades, or when you are in a place where either there's a big event you want to trade or a big time where you could take trades. And then that's where you have to be focused on your charts and just wait. Now we'll talk about this too pretty soon, because we have a question about kind of following your rules, but a key thing is that waiting for your setup to show up in the market should be the thing you want to do, because your rules are likely to produce an edge over time. If you're not sure, then of course you won't wait for your setup. But if you're sure that your rules are beneficial to your trading, then you'll wait for your rules to appear in the market. And you'll just be a lot more patient that way. Now, if your rules are not clear, or if your rules are like you're not sure they're going to work out in the market long term, you're not sure they will make you money long term, then why would you follow them? Because you're not sure whether they're going to work or not. So you don't have any reason to follow them. The key here is you want to have rules that make sense in the market, and you know they will work long term. You know they will produce an edge over time, and that makes a big difference on how patient you are, or not patient at all. Next question here is steps to set up a trading as a business. Now, I'm gonna guess what that question means here. Is it something about you want to set up a business in terms of you want to incorporate your company somewhere to trade from it, or you just want to kind of treat trading like a business? In case number one, where you would like to incorporate somewhere for your trading business and kind of trade as a corporation or some kind of company, then that really depends on your location. My company is in Hong Kong, so I can only speak for that, and I've been in Canada before, and it's kind of the same. It's definitely easier to incorporate a feel in Canada. In Hong Kong now they have a lot of requirements because of the fact that there's a lot of fraud and regulations overall. So you have to take time to do that. You can have a company there help you set up your own company. So you have to kind of send them some documents. You have to go there in person at least once or twice to sign documents and register your company and then open a bank account there. And that process might take about 6 months to a year overall. If you don't live in Hong Kong, a lot of bank accounts will refuse you to open an account with them, or they will have like a huge long list of requirements. It took me about 8 months to open a bank account in Hong Kong, a while, but I've been able to do it and I'll have this set up and all works fine. So that's the process that you have to follow, right? You have to go through all the procedure and stuff, which will vary by country. And there are some companies pretty much everywhere in the world to help you do that if you want. You have to pay them a fee. I probably paid about $4,000 to $5,000 US for setting up my company in Hong Kong. And from there, you're pretty good. Once everything is done, you can just operate from there and things are good. The good thing about Hong Kong is there are no taxes there for capital gains. So pretty much all the money you make in the market is yours. You just have to, of course, report at the end of the year, do a audit and some accounting, of course, which you have to pay there. That costs me about $4,000 to $5,000 per year also to do that from a professional firm. But it's definitely worth it in my opinion. Now in Canada, it's pretty much the same except that you have to pay taxes there. So probably at the end of the year, you also do some kind of audit. Some kind of accounting firm will help you to send your report, your taxes, and do the same thing. So pretty much the same thing. I think it's easier to set up a company there if you're from there, of course. I don't think you can set up a company in Canada if you are outside of Canada or if you are residing somewhere else. That's something you have to check, of course, for yourself. But that's simple. So you just have to go through the rules, process. You have to inform. You have to learn about the different ways, different countries, and which one is worth for you, which one is not worth it, and which one you are able to open based on your nationality and where you are in the world, of course. Now, if this was the second case, in case when you want to treat trading like a business, well, that's different. That's something where you have to treat things more seriously. So that means you're going to have to track more things, so do a lot more data analysis. You're going to have a team around you, a team of coders, coaches, maybe you have a accountant, you have a programmer, a coder, I said that too. These kind of people can help you a lot to deal with things. Maybe you have even a data analyst to look at your stats, give you some more insights on that. So all these things are there to help you. Then you might have a process to find more ideas, test them out in the market, and find ways to incorporate them to your live trading. So all that stuff is things you have to do if you want to treat your trading like a business. Of course, not something you're going to create like on day one. It takes time to accumulate all those things, the team, the analysis of your data, and then the process to find new strategies and put them in the market after live. But it's something that is worth it, of course. So there you go. You had 2 answers for 1 question. I hope that makes sense. Okay, next question here is about how to draw zones on the chart. I'm guessing we talk about support and resistance zones. And I've done a video on that in the past, of course. I've done plenty of those. You can watch it here. I'll leave maybe a link to a playlist there. I think that should be the best, where we have a few videos on that. Different ways to do it. For any pick, of course, the one you prefer. To draw your support and resistance areas in the market. That was simple. Next question is about when you are profitable, how do you handle the psychology of staying consistent in the market? And consistency really is built on good habits. Now, if you have no habits and you trade live and you want to stay consistent, it's going to be really, really hard. Because one thing I say a lot here on the channel is consistent results require consistent action. If you're not consistent on a daily basis with what you do, you cannot expect consistent results in the market. That's impossible to get. That never happened to anyone in the world. So you need to show up in a way where you're consistent with what you do, meaning your routines are top-notch, meaning you know what to do every single day. You know what things need to get done to get some good results, and you just do it and get it done. And you track your progress. So part of a good routine is every single week you got to track your returns, you got to track your execution, you got to find out based on KPIs, right? So key performance indicators, what worked and what happened. And so maybe one of your KPI, key performance indicator, is, we talk about this a lot on the channel here, about your compliance level. How compliant are you with your plan? What percent of the time did you follow your plan, right? If that's 70%, fine. Maybe 30% of the time you like screw up and don't follow your rules. But at least we know that number, and we can start to work on it and improve it. So every single week you got to track this out, see if you're getting better or worse. And if you're getting worse, make a plan of action to get better next week. Another key performance indicator could be how many trades you missed in the past week, or could even be how many strategies or pair you've tested in the market, you've done your backtest on. Now you want to set an objective for these goals, these KPIs, and if you reach that goal, that's awesome. You can celebrate a little bit, go out for a party if you want. With COVID, of course, that's impossible or so. It's going to get better soon. But the key point is on a weekly basis, at least weekly, right? Because you have to be able to track things in a fast feedback loop. You want to track these things and you want to figure out how you're heading and make a plan of action to correct things that are wrong. Now, the goal of these KPIs is if you improve these numbers, if you make them within your targets, you will get better and you will stay consistent. Now, if you go outside and you make these numbers really get crazy and wrong, then your results will suffer. So that's the goal with these KPIs. You want to be able to aim for consistency. So that's a good habit to have every single week. It's to course correct, to adjust as things go and things start to happen. Another big thing that helps here in the psychology and being able to stay consistent is your social circle. So if you're around people who have no clue about trading, they don't trade, they don't know anything about the market, they think it's still gambling and that you're risking all your capital, then guess what? You're going to see it the same way yourself. And you might have different views about it, but in the back of your mind and in your subconscious, it's going to be the same thing. You'll feel like you're not doing the right thing, not at the right place. But if you hang around people who are successful traders or who know what they're doing, right, they have all this expertise, all this knowledge, they've been doing this for many, many years, even if you don't like talk with them every single day, but you just like are around them sometimes, they will start to imprint in your mindset and you will start to see things in a different manner. First, you get advice from them sometimes. Second, you get a better perspective on things. Third, when things go wrong, you'll be able to get back on track faster and stay consistent. So that makes a big difference, and that's why I'm so keen on meeting traders around the world and talking to people who are trading full-time and who are playing the game at a higher level than me all the time, because it makes a big difference on my own trading all the time. So that's a big difference and something that can make a huge impact on your consistency long term. Alright, so this video took a long time. I'm surprised that we've been over, I think almost 20 minutes now. Could be a bit less with the edit, but I'll take the other questions for the next video. If you have any more questions, make sure you comment below in the comment section. I'll be happy to read those and answer those in the future video, of course. Subscribe if it's not done yet. Make sure you follow me on Instagram as well over here. And then below in the description. Send me a message too if you follow me. I'll be happy to connect with you and chat a little bit. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.